Dude, nothing sucks worse than when the gunsmith has that perfect gun roll, but you find that you've run out of glimmer. The last thing you want to be is to be that guy farming public events, especially with blueberries, not knowing how to heroic, which is why getting your finances in order is imperative, which is where today's sponsor, Rocket Money, comes into play. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower your bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year, with over 500 million in canceled subscriptions. So guys, don't go broke chasing these God rolls. Join over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Aztecross, or you can click the link in the description to get started for free. And if you want even more tools to manage your finances, Rocket Money also offers premium features to make tracking your spending even easier. Once again, that's rocketmoney.com/Aztecross to start saving today.
Bungie faces backlash over time gating half of Destiny 2 into the Light's weapons. This is from Zahad here. Bungie's latest move has sparked a fierce backlash from fans over its decision to time gate half of the returning weapons in Destiny 2 Into the Light. With the upcoming release of the Into the Light update, anticipation was high among players eager to explore new content and wield familiar weapons. However, Bungie's recent announcement that only half of the returning arsenal will be available at launch has left many devoted fans feeling frustrated. The decision to timegate half of the weapons for the Into the Light expansion was revealed in a new Developer Insight article for Brave Arsenal released earlier today, going over the perk pools for all of the returning weapons in Destiny 2. By the way, we already broke down all those roles if y'all want to check that out. Now, Destiny 2 time gates returning Into the Light weapons. While the initial announcement showcased 12 returning weapons, including favorites like the Recluse, the Mountaintop, and the excitement quickly turned to disappointment as players learned that only 6 of these weapons would be accessible upon launch. I can attest to this as we were reading the blog posts. L's were being dropped in the chat over and over. Does time gating these weapons ruin Into the Light for you? Seriously. And as dramatic as that may seem, I want to know your thoughts. Personally, at this point, I'm so used to time gating that when I read it, I was just like, in one ear, I was like, all right, yep. That's just the way it is at this. I mean, we've had time-gated quests. We have time-gated seasonal stories. We've time-gated weapons. Everything you could think of, man, in this game has been time-gated. The remaining 6 would be drip-fed to players on a weekly basis over the course of several weeks, effectively prolonging the wait for those with limited time to play each week. Half of these will be available starting April the 9th, including the Recluse, Hongjury SR4, Succession, Eager's Edge, Elsie's Rifle, and Falling Guillotine. The remainder will unlock one at a time each week through the week of May 21st, the article reads. The Brave Arsenal weapons will continue to drop from Onslaught after the final shape, but the limited edition variants won't be available after June the 3rd. So get them while you can. Okay, I gotta see where that's a big concern, right? The following is a list of the weapons that will be released on a weekly basis until May 21st in Destiny 2 Into the Light, order not confirmed. Midnight Coup, the Mountaintop, Forbearance, Blast Furnace, Luna's Howl, and Hammerhead. This move by Bungie has ignited a firestorm of criticism within the Destiny 2 community. Many players feel that time gating some of the fan favorite weapons like Hammerhead, Luna's Howl, and Midnight Coup diminishes the excitement and enjoyment of the free updates. In a game where loot acquisition is a central motivator for many players, the prospect of having to wait weeks to access certain weapons feels like a slap in the face to dedicated guardians who have invested countless hours into the game. Okay, well, look, I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here, but do you think Bungie's concerned that if they didn't drip feed us these weapons, we wouldn't show up for like the last week, and therefore we would be less inclined to buy the final shape and play the final shape? Do you think that's like literally a fear of Bungie's at this point? We're in year 9, going into year 10. Bungie, we're not going to quit at this. I mean, like, eventually that day will come, but it's not going to happen. Like, literally right now, I think most of us are going to finish out the final shape. I'm pretty sure most of us are like, we're on the last lap. Let's do this. You know what I mean? At this point, if we quit, we're just quitters. I just feel like we're just quitters. So I don't know if that's why they're drip feeding the weapons in such a way. That makes sense. They're probably going to have the season ending about that time too. So they're hoping that these weapons are going to carry, you know, us and our attention into that season finale and then into the final shape. At the same time, I just don't think, like, I think if you unloaded all the weapons and have people going after them, I think it'd be fine. I think people will still stick around for the final shape. But let's continue. A tweet here from Bungie. The players who intended on grinding like crazy and obtaining god rolls would do that very quickly regardless. In my opinion, time gating the weapon serves no real purpose other than an inconvenience for those who have a limited time. Just let us grind for everything from the start. From Paul Tassio, come on, man, that's absurd, especially with the shiny variants going away. That is a big point there. The fact that the shiny variants do go away after June the 3rd. If you don't grind within that certain time frame or within that week that those weapons rotate and you miss out on it, then that's that. If that's what you really want, is the shiny variants. Again, I do believe that the random rolls, the god roll is going to be something outside of the curated shiny variants, correct? But there are collectors in this game, so I get it. This is such a good article, and I was so hyped until I saw that they were time gating stuff. Why? Genuinely, why? You're on to such a big win, Bungie. Why time gate stuff like this for zero reason? Let people grind for the stuff they want when they want to, man. And Bungie killed any hype I have for this. Okay, all right. Well, listen, guys, I'm still hyped. Let me just say this. I am still hyped for Into the Lights. Did it kind of, you know, that's a shame. Really, Bungie. But I don't know if it's killed it. How's it every single time I get excited for a Destiny 2 content drop, they figure out how to ruin it? Bungie, why is it always a monkey's paw situation here? This should be nothing but hype to get these weapons, especially to get the ornaments. Time gating the weapon drops, which affects the limited edition ornaments, is taking FOMO to the absolute extreme. Reconsider. Yeah. I don't know, man. I find fear to be a great incentive, though. You know, I love it. Nothing makes me happier than flaunting a god roll in front of someone and they go, "Can I get it?" And I say, no. Unless you have a way to go back in time. No. Should have been there. I was busy last week. I was saving mankind. Too fucking bad. Should have scheduled a holiday. I don't know what to say. Now, one user on the Destiny 2 Reddit, Destiny the Game subreddit, posted a thread titled, "Bungie, can we maybe reverse the decision to have 6 of the 12 new weapons time gated?" Another user replied, "We all know Mount Top is going to be the last gun they release. Going from Mount Top being available in 2 weeks to 2 months just killed all the hype for me." Reddit user LuckyTeep14 replied, "Absolutely ridiculous decision. Already too much time gating in this game. Probably won't even bother logging on that first week now since I don't care much for any of the initial guns." All right, listen. God dog it, man. Here's the thing. Bungie, why don't you just extend an olive branch? If you still want to do your time gate thing, you could time gate it, but instead of dropping 1 weapon per week, just do 2 weapons per week. There you go. It's still time gating, 2 weapons per week. But hold up, then have them back in rotation. Then the final weeks can be all the weapons. Just do a 2 week. Time gating the weapon is an incredibly lame decision that kills my desire to play, replied another user. Players are increasingly expressing their dissatisfaction with Bungie and are urging the developer to reconsider its decision regarding the time-limited availability of Destiny 2's Into the Light weapons. It remains to be seen whether Bungie will listen to the feedback of its community. However, one thing is clear, controversy surrounding this decision has cast a shadow over the highly anticipated update. Well, look, here's the thing, man. It hasn't quite cast a shadow for me. I am very much looking forward to the loot and the weapons and all the goodies here. I'm hyped for it. And, you know, I think Bungie, you could extend an olive branch here. You want to still do the time gate thing? Okay, fine. Do the time gate thing, but drop 2 per week. That way, you know, they've got enough time there to get all these variants that they want, you know. Keep in mind, this is still a free update, okay? You know, I'm very happy that we're even getting something like this. I mean, think about it. When was the last time Bungie actually gave us anything for free? You know what I mean? Look, the reality is, you know, yes, we can all jump up and down and say this has now ruined the Into the Light update for me and you and whoever else, you know. And if they continue to time gate this thing for the full 6 weeks, they do it, they time gate it. You know, some of us won't get the god rolls we want, you know, and then we go into the final shape and we won't have the weapons we want, which would suck. But Bungie wants to time gate things like they've always done. I mean, literally they've time gated everything. Remember, you know, way back from Forges and the Black Army weapons for time gating, like all that stuff, dude. From exotic quests, seasonal story, all that stuff. But in this situation, I don't know if they're gonna necessarily change this, but if they could possibly just maybe give us 2 weapons per week, and that way by week 3, boom, we've got all the weapons in our hands, or the potential to grind for all those weapons. I think 3 weeks is way better than 6 weeks. And let me ask you guys, if it was still time gated, but time gated for 3 weeks, how would you guys feel? 1 week time gate is bad though? Hold up. You understand, once the weapon unlocks, you could still grind. That weapon is now added into the loot pool, and you can grind for that weapon in the loot pool. You understand where I'm coming from? It's not like you only get 1 week there to grind for that one weapon. And so it's like a check off here. As we get closer and closer, all those weapons are added in. And you have attunements. Attunement is a feature in the game mode with shacks in them, which we went over earlier today. This is not like Ninefalls. This is not like 1 week is only going to be Fallen Guillotine or Luna's How, and nothing else is going to drop for Luna's How. It's not a rotation. It's just a check off list that adds the weapons into the loot pool. Greed? Oh my God, fellas! If it was look. I mean, the last thing I want to do is come off as a Bungie shield right now. But if they were fucking greedy, they would be charging for this shit. Are you kidding me right now? It's fucking free. This is a free update. Now, they're trying to get some engagement out of it, without a doubt. But it's to possibly get you to buy the final shape. But you don't have to buy the final shape. We don't have to buy the final shape. But it's free. Look, I'm not saying that there are not people greedy at Bungie and higher ups in leadership and everything else. Believe me, I'm not about to walk on that plank. However, this is a great update and it's free. Look, if there was anything to take away from today's blog outside of being let down by the time gate, I was figuring more people would be upset about Hung Jury coming back for the 4th time and not no feelings. But that's the thing I would go to fight for. Let's do it. I demand no feelings. But I think Bungie, you could, if you absolutely want a time gate, they just do 2 weapons per week for the check off list. And for my folks that are saying they want to get the, they were only gonna have 3 weeks to farm for the final weapon, whatever that may be. Yeah, I guess that sucks. It's only 3 weeks, but with the 2 men, I think you'll be okay. You know what I mean? Because you'll be able to target loot those items. Here's what I suggest. You guys that are quite upset, don't play into the light. Wait till the final 3-4 weeks. Come in fresh and then grind your heart out for the last 3-4 weeks. And you'll have access to all the loot. All right, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Bungie, if Bungie wants to continue time gating, so be it. I think meeting the community in the middle on this would be okay. Give people 2 weapons per week. If this completely demoralizes you and ruins the event for you, and you want to just grind your heart out for everything, then wait till the final week. You'll have 4 weeks. Dude, get to grind in those 4 weeks, man.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.